Would you
Not a start.
inform me that
Not a start.
maximum is not
Started.
started?
First part we have
Started
completed,
soon.
and the
Okay,
second part
okay,
not a
okay,
start.
okay. No problem. I will check. I think this portion I have discussed, as I could remember in your group, in group 5, I have discussed about this maxima minima. May not be completed, but I have discussed. And what about your midterm examination? It was okay? Questions and your answers. I am audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir, it
sir.
was
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, that I told you that here the maxima minima actually means we are actually considering the local maxima and minima. In case of for the function of single variable also, that you have some idea on maximum minima for the function of single variable. Maybe in your plus 2 level you have solved some examples that at any point at any point whether the function has maxima or minima, the necessary and necessary conditions are what that its derivative at that point 0, and second derivative is uh, not equal to 0, and second derivative negative means maximum at that point, and their positive means minimum at that point. Similarly, for the function of several variables also, here particularly we are considering the function of two variables, and even if there is any function of three variables, there are some constants, and we eliminate one variables, and ultimately we are getting the functions of two variables. Here, look at this. Since it is a function of several variables at any point AB, at any point AB, look at this. First, partial derivatives at that point 0, this 0, and fxx AB, fyy AB into, here it is into, minus fxy AB whole square greater than 0. These are the conditions you have to check, whether the partial derivatives are 0 or not at that point, and if 0, then the second order involving the second order partial derivative fxx AB into fyy AB minus fxy AB whole square positive or not. If these two conditions are satisfied, then you can say that the function has a maxima or minima. But still it is not clear whether it is maxima or minima. Then you have to check fxx AB, or you may check also fyy AB. fxx AB less than 0 means maxima, fxx AB greater than 0 means minima. Similarly, instead of fxx, you can check fyy AB less than 0 or greater than 0. But what will happen that if this fxx AB fyy AB minus fxy AB whole square if 0, then what will happen? Then you cannot say anything from this analysis. Then further analysis are necessary. And also I have given one example here, and probably in the last class I have discussed. So you must remember that that it is almost same. The derivatives are 0, and this relation first you check whether it is positive or not. If positive, then check the sign of this and this. Okay, next. Some examples also I have solved, if not more. Here, look at this. Find all the maximum minimum of the function f equal to this one. Here the points are not given. Find all the maximum minima of the function. In that case, what you have to do? First, partial derivative with respect to x, then solve these two, fx0, fy0, fx equal to 0, fy equal to 0, then we will get the points. Here the points are 3 points are found: 0, 0, 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2, 3 by 2. After setting fx0, fy0, then what you have to do? Then you have to check fxx, fyy minus fxy whole square at the point 0, 0, at the point 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2, at the point minus 3 by 2, 3 by 2. Suppose for the point 0, 0, it is greater than 0. So the function has maximum or minimum at the point 0, 0. Now you have to check the second order derivative with respect to x or with respect to y. Fxx greater than 0, fyy also greater than 0, you can take any one. Fxx greater than 0 means the function has minimum value at 0, 0, and minimum value can be obtained by putting 0, 0 at this function. One thing you must remember, that question may be find the points at which the function has maximum, find the points at which the function has minimum, or the question may be find the points at which the function has maxima or minimum, or the question may be find the points and the maximum or minimum value. Then you have to find the points first, then at those points you have to find the value of the function, so that you get the maximum or minimum. But remember that when it is higher order or non-linear terms, for example, here look at this type of equation you have to solve carefully, because look at these portions. So you have to solve carefully.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, in first example, you have not
In first,
discussed that today, but in
just
that
a moment.
example,
This one.
yeah,
This
this one.
example. This one. Okay. What is your
In
problem?
this condition has failed actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
fx tb, this condition failed here. It becomes 0. So how did you concluded that it will be minimum at 0, 0?
This is 0. No. Here look at this: fxx ab fyy ab minus fxy ab whole square greater than 0. But here it is 0. And here it is written that fxx ab fyy ab
Yes,
minus
sir. Yeah, it
fxy
is
ab
0.
equal to 0. So from this analysis you cannot say
Yeah.
anything about maxima or minima. Clear? Okay. Up to this is clear or
Yes,
not?
sir.
That
I'm
the
not saying that.
okay.
In
Okay. Next, what you
yeah,
have to
yeah,
do
yeah.
here, it is given that further analysis is necessary. Further analysis is necessary means from this analysis you cannot say anything. So you have to check whether the function has maximum or minimum in different way, and it depends on your problem because this method fails. Here, look at this: y square plus 2x square y plus 2x to the power 4. So here it can be written y square plus 2 into x square into y plus x to the power 4 plus x to the power 4. That is written here probably. Yes, look at this. It is written in this way. Now you can say that how you have written this, or if the problem is different, how then how you will write this in square form or like that. It is not a square form. It depends on your problem. If the problem is different, your approach will be different, and it may not be possible in some cases to find the maximum or minimum. If
Sorry,
these
sir. I've
methods,
lost my network connection actually.
okay, I will start from where. If this
Uh,
method fails, it is clear.
yes, sir. It is clear.
Okay, so next, what I am doing for this problem only, for this problem, here look at this, it is y square plus 2 into x square into y plus x to the power 4 plus x to the power 4. It is written in this way. Look at this. So it is written in this form: y plus x square whole square plus x to the power 4. Now, could you tell me that is it negative for any values of xy?
No, no, sir.
No, no. So where is the function has minimum value? At 0 0. At 0 0, fxy is what? 0 0 0.
Yes, yes,
And
sir.
in other points, in all other points, the function has positive value.
Yeah, yeah, understood.
So only the 0 0 is a point where the function has a minimum value. But as I am telling you that this is depends on your problem. If for this problem I have written in this font, but for some other problem you cannot write in this font. Maybe you have to arrange in different way, but it depends on your problem. If this working if this cases arises, okay,
Okay, sir.
but or maybe suppose it may be always negative, and at 0 0 it is 0. So you can say that at 0 0 function has maximum value. In all other points it is negative. Suppose here it is 1 minus, and here also 1 minus. So it is always negative except 0 0. So you can say that 0 0 has a at 0 0 the function has a maximum value. Okay. One more thing, that when the points are not given, then you have to solve like this and this. Solve carefully, because if the problem is non-linear or there is some product, etc. Because if your points, if you mistake to find your points, then all the results will be uh, different, and you will not get result. Okay, next, find the maximum minimum distance between the origin and the plane. Here, sorry. Here, find the minimum distance between the origin and the plane. Origin and the plane. Here, look at this. Here are x, y, z. But you know the technique only for x, y. Means two-dimensional cases. Here, look at this: p, x, y, z be any point on the plane. The distance is like this. So this distance should be minimum. You have to find the point where this distance is minimum. And here we are considering the function x square plus y square plus z square. Why? Because if x square plus y square plus z square is minimum, then square root also would be minimum. But for our uh, uh, for convenient for our analysis, we have taken this one instead of square root. Now you have to find the minimum value of the, or you have to find that point at which this function has a minimum value. And here look at this, x square plus y square plus z square. One more condition is given, 2x plus 2y minus z equal to 5. So from this here you can find 5 2x plus y minus 5. So if you substitute here, look at this. Now it is a function of two variables. You can use the same technique. Del f del x equal to this, del f del y equal to this, second order derivative 4, 10, 4, this, and then fxx, fyy minus fxy whole square, this equal to 24. So it is positive, and since it is positive, we can say that the function has a minimum or maximum value at the point this. And then this one is positive, fxx is positive because it is independent of the point. So it is always positive. If you take this one, this is also positive, any one you can take. So the function has a minimum value at the point this one. And also you have to find the minimum distance, because here question is find the minimum distance. Where you will set this point, you have to set at this point, because we are considering this function, but actual minimum distance is can be obtained from here, from this relation, because the distance formula is root over x square plus y square plus z square. I think it is clear. If you have any question, you may ask me. And then another similar type of example, find the points on the surface. Find the points on the surface, this nearest to the origin. Nearest to the origin means if you take any point on this plane, on this surface, that point is considered as x, y, z. So distance of this point from the origin is root over of x square. Here it is 0, 0, 0. So root over of x square plus y square plus z square. So again we are considering this function, not this function, because if this function has minimum value, then this function will have also the minimum value. That, but for our calculation, we are taking this function. And then the same way you have to find, because here x square plus y square plus z square, and one relation is given z square equal to xy plus 1. So substitute z square here, you will get this function fx y, maybe this is fxy equal to this one, and then proceed the same way, fx, fy, fxx, fyy, etc. Then check all those conditions. And another example is given here. This is little different type of problem. So I will discuss this one, then I will move to the Lagrange's method. So that the function fxy equal to mod x plus mod y, attains its minimum value at 0, 0, even if fx00, fy00 does not exist. First, try to understand the question. Problem is fxy equal to mod x plus y. Here, look at this. The question is this one. Then this function attains its minimum value at 0, 0. You have to show even if fx00, fy00 does not exist. So check whether fx00, fy00 does not exist or exist or does not exist. Here fxy equal to this. So f00 equal to 0. fx00 I have told you these partial derivatives during the topics on partial derivatives, that fx00 partial derivative with respect to x at the point 0, 0. So here you are actually considering y as a constant. So here the increment is given to x. X means here 0. So limit h tends to 0, f0 plus h0 minus f00 by h. Fh, that is equal to what? Fh minus f0 by h. F0 equal to 0, sorry, f not f0, f00. F00 equal to 0. So it is fh by h. Fh equal to what? Sorry, not fh, fh0. Two variables. Fh0. So function is fxy equal to this. F80 means x equal to h, y equal to 0, that is mod h by h. This mod h by h tends to 0. Now here it is 0, here it is 0. Maybe from this side h tends to 0 means it may be from the left hand side or from the right hand side. So if it from the left hand side, then mod h equal to minus h, then it is minus 1. If from the right hand side, then it is mod h equal to h, so h by h equal to 1. So it depends on the from it is approaching to 0 from the left hand side or from the right hand side. Its value are different. If for both the approach value is same, then the derivative exists. But here it is different, so derivative does not exist. Derivative does not exist. Similarly, you can show that this one fy00 does not exist. So from here you cannot say anything. You have to use different techniques. But for this example, look at this fx and point is given 0, 0. So fxy minus f00 equal to what? Mod x plus mod y minus f00 equal to 0 equal, this is greater than 0. Why? Because mod x positive or 0, mod y positive or 0, but 0 at 0, 0 it is 0. Otherwise mod x, mod y always positive, so it is greater than 0. So fxy minus f00 positive for all points xy in the neighborhood of 0, 0. So what can you say? That this difference fxy minus f00, if fxy minus f00 positive, then you can say that fxy greater than f00, that is f00 always less than fxy for all other xy. So the function has a minimum value at 0, 0. So sometimes it may not be possible to find the techniques that I have discussed. In that case, you have to your approach will be different in different way. But you may ask that it is, if the problem is different, how we will proceed? It depends on your problem. I cannot say anything because here in the earlier example we have checked we have make the function in a square form, and then we say that it is always positive. Here it is all to x, mod x and mod y, both are positive. In this way, we have checked that the function has a minimum value at 0, 0. But depending on your problem, you will get a clue by which you can proceed to check whether the function has a minimum value or maximum value. And here also find the point on the plane. Find point on the plane ax plus by plus cz equal to p, at which the function has a minimum value, and find this minimum value, and find this minimum, that value, minimum value. Find this minimum means that minimum value. So here fxyz equal to this, and the constant is this one. So what you have to do? Then you have to eliminate z or x or y, any one. Say from here z equal to this one. Z equal to this one. So substitute this z in here, and you will get this one. Then set fxy, fy equal to 0. You will get these points, and then fxx, fyy, fxy, etc. Check this greater than 0, and then check this is greater than 0. So function has a minimum value at this point. And also you have to find the minimum value, means you have to put x, y, z here, so that you will get the minimum value. Have any question? Otherwise, I will start another thing known as the Lagrange's multiplier. Any question? Okay.
No.
So now just take a look, then I will discuss. Just I am coming 1 minute. Okay, so now I will discuss the last part of the maxima minima, that is the Lagrange's multiplier. What is the Lagrange's multiplier? I will discuss now. And this type of problem also sometimes takes some more time So if you think we will add, method is not so difficult, but takes some time, some more calculations. Okay, what is the Lagrange multiplier? I'm going to discuss it step by step. Working here, I will discuss only the working rule to find the extreme points of a function fxy subject to gxy. That is, your function is this fxy. You have to find the extreme points. Extreme points mean whether these points are at these points, the points at which the function has a maxima or minima, extreme points, and there is a constraint gxy equal to c, and Lagrange's multiplier is used only when there is some constant for the function. If there is no constant, then you cannot use the Lagrange's multiplier. Remember this one. So here the function is this and constant is this, subject to this. So if this constant is not given here, then Lagrange's method of undetermined multiplier cannot be used. Anyway, so first step is what? To find the extreme points of a function subject to constraint, this one. We first form a Lagrangian. The first step is to form a Lagrangian. What is the Lagrangian? This Lagrangian is denoted by L. Already this is a function of xy, fxy. So Lagrangian is a function of x, y, and lambda. What is lambda? Look at this in the right hand side. Fxy plus lambda into gxy minus c. This is the constant gxy equal to c. So lambda into the constant. Function plus lambda into the constants gxy minus c, where lambda is known as the Lagrange's undetermined coefficient. Undetermined coefficients. So lambda is you don't have to find the lambda, but for the purpose of this, to solve the problem, that is to find the extreme points of the function fxy subject to gxy equal to c, you have to use lambda, you have to also find lambda. But for the problem, when you will write the answer, then it has no function because there is no lambda in the given problem. Fxy is a function, gxy equal to c is the constant. So one step is you have to form the Lagrangian. That Lagrangian is L x y lambda equal to fxy plus lambda into gxy minus c. This is the first step. Then step 2, solve the equation Lx, Ly, L lambda equal to 0. Because now L is a function of 3 variables, x, y, lambda. Now in case of the when there is no constants, to find the extreme points or the minimum maximum value, you solve fx equal to 0, fy equal to 0, etc. Here L is a function of 3 variables x, y, lambda. So partial derivative with respect to x, partial derivative with respect to y, and partial derivative with respect to lambda. So Lx equal to Ly equal to L lambda equal to 0 to find the extreme points of the function fxy. So this is the step 2, and you will understand that here lambda, L lambda, that is if you differentiate L with respect to lambda, actually this portion is 0 because here no lambda, and here lambda equal to lambda into this. So differentiating with respect to lambda means you will get gxy minus c equal to 0. That is your constant. So L lambda actually the constants. Partial derivative with respect to lambda is the constant. So first step to find the Lagrangian. In the second step to take the partial derivative with respect to the variables and the parameter lambda. Step 3. Step 3 is what? Find the LXX, LYY minus LXY whole square. LXX, LYY minus LXY whole square. Second order partial derivative with respect to x, second order partial derivative with respect to y, and second order partial derivative with respect to x and y. So here this is the step 3. Now look at this. If LXX, LXX, LYY minus LXY greater than 0, then FXY has a maximum or minimum at the point AB if this greater than 0, this less than 0. If LXX, LYY minus LXY whole square less than 0, then AB is a saddle point. That is, you cannot say that the function has a maximum or minimum. And if LX
Hello, sir, you are not audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today I will leave. In the next class we will start multiple integral.
Sir, please send this course material to us.
This material is not uploaded. This Lagrange's multiplier and maximum minima.
Yes, sir. Uploaded, I think.
Both are, I think, uploaded. If not, I will check, and if not, I will upload today. No problem.
Uploaded, sir. They are
Uploaded.
Uploaded, okay. Then okay, no problem. Only the problem is now the recording option is not permitted. That's why there is some problem. If anybody absent, there will be some problem. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So okay.